June hang, stand and core, we just got the flexion extension variations. So with this one, you're just trying to get the 4 reps in the minute time. If you're building up to that, you might kind of release the grip as you're going along, and you might even put the feet down in between in the reps. So you might go feet down here, coming up, feet down, coming back. But what you're aiming to do is get that nice dead hand in the shoulder, feel that nice hollow body position, pelvis tucked under, then roll the spine up. You get that anterior core to work, and you extend into that arch position, and then extend the back like that. And doing 1 rep every 15 seconds. I like to use the breath where I'll breathe into the extension, breathe out into the flexion, and then hold out as I come to neutral, and then go again. So it look like this. Breathing in for 5, breathe out for 5, hold out for 5, and then getting 4 reps of those in the minute. To counterbalance that, just got the standing version. So you're going to exhale down into the flexion, inhale up, so coming out of that flexion. Keep inhaling into the extension. So you're coming back over, hips go forward, and then exhale as you're coming back down. So you want to make sure that you hold that breath out at the bottom of it when you're flexed, and also make sure you've got enough hamstring range of motion. If you don't have at least kind of 90 degrees in the hip, you could bend the knees to make it safer in the back. Otherwise, you're just going to be doing too much in the spine. And yes, you want to strengthen that flexion in the spine, that's what the exercise is for. But if the hamstrings are really tight, then you're going to overload the lumbar spine when you're going into that flexed position. So you want to have at least a 90-degree bend in that hip. If you don't have that, you can either slide the hands down there to support the spine or bend the knees. And yes, you can do this loaded. I add extra weight to it, but it is a great exercise just to do body weight. Very therapeutic for the spine. And just use those nice, slow, smooth reps, 4 reps every minute. So again, exhaling as I come down, hold that breath out, inhale as they come up, exhale, hold the breath out. When you're going into that extension as you go back, you want to drive the hips forward, make sure that you're not just arching on the lower back, that you're getting a hip extension as well as spinal extension, and then you're keeping that core nice and tight, tongue on the roof of the mouth, so that way when your head goes back, those anterior neck muscles, the deep superinferior muscles, longus capitis, longus coli are all active and stabilizing the anterior of your cervical spine. Because otherwise, if you go back and just kind of extend on it without that support, then you can kind of put too much pressure on the facet joints and then kind of aggravate those as you go back. So making sure that everything's nice and stable, and the whole purpose of the core movements is low level intensity to build up that tissue tolerance for injury prevention, just to make sure that the spine is healthy for the rest of your life. You know, this is a long game. It's not about making massive gains really quickly. It's about ensuring that you feel good in your body every day, and you're not degrading or wearing out the tissues when you're training, but you're actually building them up and making them healthier and stronger. So 3 sets of that, 6 minutes, very worthwhile.